Hello, everyone. Welcome to Teenage Talks. This is the time of the year when 10th and 12th standard students are busy studying for their pre-board and board exams. I don't find them anywhere outside. They're all busy studying. A couple of years ago, I met a girl by name Monica, of course, name changed, who didn't seem to be bothered by exams. I found her playing badminton, swimming, and also attending dance classes. When do you study, Monica? I asked her. She said, I study from 7 to 9 at night every day and 5 to 6 in the morning. Is it enough? Yes, ma'am. I listen to my teachers in the classes, take notes, and go through the notes on the same day, and I remember most of it, she said. I was surprised. I asked a group of boys whether they listened to their teachers. They said, ma'am, who will listen to teachers? One boy said, of course, we have some duds in the class who like to sit in the front rows and listen to teachers. Another boy said, ma'am, they don't even speak proper English. Our physics master said, I have two sons and both are boys. And they started giggling. I asked a girl in my apartment whether she listened to my last episode. She said, yes, ma'am. I listened to it while doing my homework. I wonder whether she just heard it or listened to it. I know that almost all the parents complain that their children don't listen to them. Many teens complain that their parents stick to their point of view and don't listen to them. Husbands complain that wives don't listen to them. Wives complain husbands don't listen to them. Teachers complain students don't listen to them. And students complain teachers don't listen to them. Listening seems to be a problem for everyone, and most of the problems people face are due to their unwillingness to listen. It is said that 60% of all the misunderstandings are due to poor listening. Let us understand what listening is all about and how it differs from hearing. Hearing is a natural phenomenon. Hearing is done by the ears, while listening is done by the mind. People frequently hear what is being said, but not listen. In a comic strip, a small girl went to her dad, who was reading a newspaper, and called him, Daddy, Daddy. He said twice while not taking off his eyes from the newspaper. The girl said, Daddy, you have to listen to me with your eyes and ears. That sums up what listening is all about. It involves hearing, seeing, feeling, and the most important, paying attention. Just think about this. When something is bothering you, do you like to go to your mother who will start advising you, or go to your grandmother or any other person who listens to you? Before we discuss listening, please answer the following questions to find out how good a listener you are. Do you interrupt people when they're telling you something? How often do you feel that teachers are boring you? How often your parents complain that you're not listening to them? When someone is telling you something, are you already planning in your mind as to what to say? Do you pay attention when your younger brother and sister say something? Do old people in your house like to talk to you? When your friend is upset, do you listen to her or him patiently or start advising before even she or he finishes talking? Do you dominate the conversation or do you let other people talk? If your yes answers are more than no's, you're not a good listener. Now let's understand why we don't listen. Our minds wander. We are preoccupied. We find other person boring, like teachers. When someone is telling something, we're already planning in our mind as to what to say. We simply don't want to listen to our parents as we feel that they belong to another generation. We are stressed due to academic pressure and other pressures. Scott Peck in his book, The Road Less Traveled says, and I quote, that we spend a large amount of time teaching children how to read, a very small amount of time teaching children how to speak, and usually no time at all teaching them how to listen. It would be wise to give our children some instruction in the process of listening so that they understand the importance of listening. Unquote. Why do we have to listen? Listening enhances our understanding and knowledge. Let it be subjects or music or people, we understand better when we listen. When you're knowledgeable, you will become more confident. Being knowledgeable and confident, you will become a good leader. And a good leader has to be a good listener. You will be more effective in your relationships. People will love your company. Listening builds trust and deepen your relationships. You will develop patience and tolerance, the most important qualities. By listening, you may or may not agree with their views and perspectives, but you make others feel comfortable sharing their views with you. Last but not least, you play a greater role in others' lives. How to improve your listening skills? Active listening does not come easily to us, so we must make a conscious effort to practice it. Maintain eye contact with the person who is speaking to you. If you keep looking around the room, checking your phone, etc., you are not actively listening. Be alert and show interest. Don't interrupt. Ask questions. Listen to understand. Make a mental image of what the speaker is saying and summarize for clarity. Conley manager says, and I quote, listening is a magnetic and strange thing, a creative force. The friends who listen to us are the ones we move toward. When we are listened to, it creates us, makes us unfold and expand. So, my dear friends, start listening and experience the miracle as a good student, good friend, a confident speaker, and an amazing leader. Some advice to the parents who are listening to this podcast. Children bloom when they are listened to. They feel valued and self-esteem builds up. There is nothing more important in life than having a healthy self-esteem. Thank you guys for listening. If you like my podcast, share it with your friends and write a review. See you all in my next episode. Till then, be fit and keep smiling.